marketing at an early stage startup asked me a really great question the other day. She said, Emma, how should we approach messaging a new product to customers who have never really heard of our product before? This is such a good question and a really common challenge for so many startups and tech companies out there who are launching, bringing new things to the market. Now, when this is the case, your messaging really wants to focus on closing the gap between your target audience's life and your technology. You want to help them quickly understand why your product matters to them and how it can help. And one of the best ways you can do that is by anchoring your messaging in your customers' smack in the face challenges. Now, smack in the face challenges are undeniable, unignorable problems, challenges that they are up against. They are literally smacking them in the face. So that could be a janky workaround that you have to do every day that is just not working anymore. It could be like a really inefficient process that you have to do a lot of extra work. It could be a manual task that you hate. It could be drowning in spreadsheets. But a smack in the face challenge is a problem that is undeniable, that your customer is very, very aware of. You want to think about those smack in the face problems and then contextualize your benefits in how you solve them. That is one of the fastest ways to really close that gap between a customer and your product. So here is a real life example from a client I worked with a while back. They were launching a digital workspace to legal teams who work in-house at businesses, like in-house legal teams. Now, a digital workspace is not a wildly new technology. There are loads of people in different industries, people in startups using these all the time. But this particular buyer had never really heard of it before. There wasn't a lot of understanding in the market. And so we brainstormed smack in the face challenges to help anchor our messaging. So a couple examples were tab hell. Right? So these lawyers were having to use multiple systems just to get one job done, which meant they were constantly switching back and forth between tools and tabs, and they were in tab hell. I think that was a direct quote from one of their customers. So that was one smack in the face challenge. Another was just getting a sense of what everyone was working on. So they were just having to ask people hey, where are you with, that matter? And hey, are we done that case yet? And just a lot of asking people to get a sense of what the status of all these projects and jobs were. And of course, they weren't getting a full picture. And sometimes balls were getting dropped. So that was a very relatable smack in the face challenge. And another one that we came up with was around some things being digital and some things being on paper, and how long it took to find that document that you needed for that specific matter or project. These were all extremely relatable problems. They were smacking lawyers in the face every single day. And so we used that in our messaging. We reflected those very real smack in the face challenges and showed how our workspace helped solve those specific challenges. And that was how we were able to really quickly close that gap between our prospects who didn't know what the heck our product was and our product. So smack in the face challenges is a great way to help people understand why your product matters. I mean, it works great even if people have heard of what your product is before. You can just get more specific on those challenges. But it's a great exercise to do just to kind of connect with your customer and to get more emotion and immediacy in your messaging. So I recommend do a brainstorm of smack in the face challenges. You likely have those big business problems that you solve. What are the manifestations in your buyer's life? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What are those problems they're up against every day? How does it make them feel? Write those down and then see if you can infuse them into the messaging. It is such a great way to add relatability, simplicity, and urgency and emotion into your messaging. Love smack in the face challenges. So if you like this tip and you want more like them, definitely sign up for my newsletter. That's Punchy. I got the link down there in the comments. Every 2 weeks, I share tidbits, techniques, insights around messaging, positioning, and copywriting, just like this one. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching my video.